We've got to end the silence about the violence. We've got to silence the violence. Every neighborhood counts in our state and our country. And I was here on ML King Day, Martin Luther King's birthday in January, a very cold day. Pastor Brooks was on the building. It's no longer here. We wanted to get rid of that building, demolish that building, and build something new, a center that the community can come together on and have things to do for young people in particular. And that's really what this is all about. Pastor Brooks is our inspiration. In the Old Testament, Isaiah talks about oaks of righteousness. And that's what Pastor Brooks is. He's an oak of righteousness. He has shown all of us in Illinois and across America that one man, one person can make a difference, especially when it comes to taking on violence and making sure that everybody's in and nobody's left out. I'm very proud to be here today. I was with the pastor when we were on the roof, and I gave a donation from my heart to this great cause. We gave another donation today. All of us, whatever we can give, whether it's $1 or $10 or $1,000 or whatever you can, this is a man who has a destiny. He's fighting for all of us. He started in New York. He's going to end in Los Angeles. Well, right here in Chicago, Illinois, we're in the heart of the heartland, the heart of America. We've got to send a message to everybody across America that we're fighting the violence. Pastor Brooks is a man who understands the importance of banding people together. The strongest force on earth is when thoughtful, committed people, people of good faith, people who understand that the power of faith is the most powerful force that we can bring together. We can do that if we work together all across Illinois, all across Chicago, all across America. That's why this walk is so important. You know, Mahalia Jackson lived not too far from here. She was with Dr. King on that day in 1963 on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. She sang before Dr. King gave his I Had to Have a Dream speech. And Mahalia Jackson always said that she sang for free for the walking people, because the people who really made the movement possible were those everyday people who understood that the best way they could help was with their feet and walk together for a cause they believe in. And we believe in Pastor Brooks's cause. You know, whether the day is hot or whether the day is cold or anything in between, we've got to commit ourselves day after day, week after week, month after month, to take on those who would perpetrate violence in our society, who would take away our young children. We aren't going to permit that to happen in Illinois or anywhere else. We've got to make sure that people of good faith don't stand back when our time has come. We have a leader in Pastor Brooks. He never gives up. He's walking for us. He'll never give up. We can't give up on him. We've got to help him. You know, Abraham Lincoln was president of our country, and he came from Illinois. And he understood that government is really all about people. It's not about big-time politicians or big-time lobby groups or political action groups. The heart and soul of our government are everyday people who live from paycheck to paycheck, who understand that in a democracy, it isn't a spectator sport. We've got to have leaders who step out and show us the way in the best traditions of both the Old Testament prophets and the New Testament. Paul in the New Testament said, love is patient, love is kind, love never fails. We're not going to fail Pastor Brooks. We believe in working together in Illinois and making it a better society.
I want to be clear. While Pastor Brooks is marching on that journey, that's our journey with him. We're going to go with him every step of tomorrow, every step it takes, because it's our collective journey. I was here at church this morning. I've been here now, as he knows, 3 times. I have an assigned seat now in the church. I told him this morning I was at Target before church. I was walking through what I call my Target town hall, just saying hello to folks. A woman says, aren't you going to Pastor Brooks' church? And I said, yes. She goes, could you tell him I got to work this morning? That's why I can't make it. That's what the mayor's gotten to, passing on a message from the member of the congregation to the pastor. Now look, it's real simple. We got to get the guns out of the street and values in their heart. It ain't that more complicated than that. get the guns off the street, and get some values in their heart. There is nothing that New Beginnings and the values you see in that church that if we bring it outdoors is more powerful than the gangbangers. All across this city, we have good, God-fearing people trying to do right by their kids. And we will not rest until the children of Roseland are as safe as the children of Ravenswood. We will not rest until the kids of Woodlawn are as safe as the kids of Wildwood. And we will not rest until the kids of the back of the yards are as safe as the kids of Beverly, Auburn, Gresham, and Andersonville. We have to work together because when something happens to a child in the city of Chicago, I don't care what neighborhood it is, that child is a child of the city of Chicago. And we will win this battle if we all see it as part of our struggle. I want to thank the pastor for raising collectively our conscience and our responsibility to end the violence on our streets. Thank you.
Whose fault is it when a 15-year-old gets slain just after playing in a basketball game? Whose fault is it after a 5-year-old girl goes on her porch and gets shot down? Everybody is asking the question every time someone gets shot, every time someone gets killed. Who's the blame? We play the blame game. We point fingers. We say it's the mayor's fault. It's the governor's fault. It's the superintendent's fault. No, it's the preacher's fault. No, it's the parents' fault. No, it must be the teacher's fault. Well, I come today to say that it's all of our fault. It's not just one particular person who's to blame. Every single one of us out here today under this sun, every preacher, every politician, every parent, every policeman, every businessman, every person listening, every media personality, it is all of our faults collectively. These are not individual problems. These are humanity problems. These are not black problems or white problems. These are American problems. And all of us together as American citizens must solve the issue that is at hand. It's no secret that Chicago is facing some tough times. Violence on every hand. There's no secret that guns are available to kids and they're doing some crazy things. But the only way we're going to solve the issue is when we stop ganging up on each other and start ganging up on the problem. So today, this march is symbolic to that. We have everyone here, black, white, Christians, non-Christians, fraternities, sororities, politicians, preacher, parents, everybody. And this is the way that it should be if we're ever going to solve the issue of this day. So I want to thank all of you for being so symbolic today. And my prayer is that even after today, as I continue my walk on to Los Angeles, even after today, that all of us will get involved with local organizations, get involved with the schools, get involved, all of us in our neighborhoods with the children, get involved and solve this issue. I believe without a shadow of a doubt, if all of us work together, it's teamwork that makes the dream work. And if all of us work together, we can solve the violence issue of the day. Thank you for coming out in this hot sun. God bless y'all.